Today, we're announcing that we will reduce the number of immigrants we bring in over the next 3 years, which will result in a pause in the population growth over the next 2 years.
Hello guys, Nardino TV again, and we are back again with another video regarding updates guys regarding dun sa PR or permanent residency limits na ipapatupad ng Canada, no? So for 2025 up to 2027, meron silang drastic changes doon sa limits, no? But even though isa yan sa bad news guys, meron naman silang good news din na announce on that day. So we will discuss that today guys. So i-check natin guys yung video, and yung announcement guys, mga 40 minutes yun na video, pero hindi ko na tatapusin, no? Kasi nga mahaba, pero i-share ko sa inyo yung links. Kinapture ko na lang guys yung, I think, yung very important details and G's about dun sa announcement na yon. Okay? So, let's watch the video and let's comment about it. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Ayan. So, dito guys, nilagay ko na guys yung numbers, right? Yung sabi nga nila, yung magic numbers, kung ilan yung papapasukin nila or yung bibigyan nila ng pagkakataon na maging permanent resident dito sa Canada. Okay? So, pakinggan muna natin si Justin Trudeau regarding dun sa kanyang announcement.
It is time to make the adjustments to stabilize the immigration system that we need and get it working right for Canadians for right now. Today, we're announcing that we will reduce the number of immigrants we bring in over the next 3 years, which will result in a pause in the population growth over the next 2 years.
Ayun. So, yun yung kanyang introduction regarding dito sa announcement na to. So, nakafocus talaga siya guys dun sa mga permanent resident na papapasukin nila or i-accept nila for the upcoming years. Yan. So, talagang malaki ang impact nito guys. Kasi lahat ng mga temporary resident at saka yung mga nag-i-immigrate dito sa Canada, yan naman talaga yung target nila, no? Yung ma-PR dito, yung ma-secure yung permanent residency dito sa Canada. So, ngayon, knowing na pinaliit nila yung mga numbers na bibigyan nila ng opportunity and chances na ma-PR, it's actually a bad news, no? Lalo na dun sa mga aspiring na talagang magstay dito for good, di ba? So, ituloy natin guys. So, ito ngayon si Mark Miller, no? So siya yung mag-a-announce or magbibigay ng in detail changes about this policy changes or announcement. Okay? So, pakinggan natin siya, guys.
Firm, the current plan reduces next year's projections from 500,000 permanent residents to 395,000, a net reduction of 105,000 permanent residents immediately in 2025. After that, in 2026, a progression down to 380, to stabilize the numbers at 365 in 2027. The lower...
So, yun guys, no? So, talagang aggressive, no? So, ang target nila for 2025 and 2026 is 500,000 guys ang i-invite nila or yung bibigyan nila ng chance for the PR. Pero, 395 na lang for 2025. Then 380,000 for 2026. So, kung titignan niyo yung trend, pababa, no? Hindi siya pataas na, which is, kung matatandaan nyo on the past years, ang target talaga nila is to ramp up yung population dito sa Canada. Pero, yun nga, no? Unfortunately, meron silang mga hindi nakitang mga factors na nakakaapekto ngayon sa economic growth ng Canada, kaya talaga sila nagbabawas, di ba? So yan guys, that is really unfortunate doon sa mga aspiring, no? Or yung talagang merong mga plano na kumuha ng PR in upcoming years. Kasi nga mas magiging tight na ngayon yung pagbibigay nila ng ITA or ng invitation to apply for permanent residency. Okay? Ito daw yung main reason, no? Kung bakit ganyan yung mga numbers. Kung bakit na imbis na pataas, talagang nagbabawas sila ng mga immigrants or yung mga i-invite nila for permanent residency dito sa Canada.
Supply gap by about 670,000 units by the end of 2027. That means that we will not have to build an additional 670,000 housing units by that time.
Ayun. So, ang talagang isang problem dito sa Canada, yung major is yung housing, guys. Kasi kahit dito sa British Columbia, guys, or dito sa Vancouver, ramdam na ramdam namin yan. Yung sobrang mahal para maka-avail ka ng sarili mong bahay. Or even sa rent, guys. Talagang sobrang mahal ng renta dito or ng housing. Kasi nga, guys, kukunti lang ang supply, no? Ang daming naghahanap, ang daming gustong mag-avail ng mga services dito sa Canada. But, ang thing is, napakababa ng supply, di ba? Sa housing, sa pag-aaral, sa healthcare, and everything, no? So, kaya talagang, ang solution nila is to cut down muna. I think, this is just a temporary thing, I hope, no? Kasi nga, gusto ng Canada is, maging maayos din, di ba? Yung lifestyle ng mga i-invite nila dito. Kasi it doesn't make sense, guys, na nanggaling ka sa isang country at pupunta ka dito sa Canada hoping for a good life. Tapos pagkarating mo dito, ang aabutan mo is hindi naman pala ganun or hindi kaaya-ayang lifestyle. Tulad nga ngayon, di ba? Sobrang mahal ng housing, di ba? So, paano ka naman magiging comfortable kung yung mga services na ibibigay ng Canada or nung country na pupuntahan mo is hindi tugma doon sa mga expectation mo, 'di ba? So, I think doon nanggagaling din ng Canada kung bakit sila nagpapatupad ng mga policies katulad nito or mga changes na katulad nito, right? Now, ito guys yung sinasabi ko na good news, 'di ba? So with all of these changes, may good news pa rin naman, no? But again, wala pa talagang concrete details about it. So, let's watch, guys, or let's continue yung sinasabi kong good news about this announcement, no? And this is in particular, guys, dun sa mga temporary resident na nandito na sa Canada, no? So, I hope talagang matupad nila to. Kasi, guys, maraming magbe-benefit nitong announcement niya na to or itong target nila na changes na to in terms of dun sa temporary resident na nandito na sa Canada. Okay? So, let's watch, guys.
Again, some structural aspects to this plan as well is the need to focus on people that are already here. It means that according and consistent with our plan, over 40% of permanent residents will come from the temporary residents that are already in Canada. These people are a young labor pool. They're skilled. They're here. They've begun their process of integration. And it doesn't place the additional demands on the housing, healthcare, and social services that we see with someone that comes directly from another country. It makes sense. We have a large pool. There are ways to integrate that highly talented pool into the permanent residency population. Adjustments will be made to our economic immigration streams to prioritize that transition of workers already here and focus on the labor and be responsive to the labor market needs. But for that, we need provinces to move forward and come forward with their data and tell us their needs. The federal government has an understanding of what those needs are. It is a sophisticated one, but it isn't the only voice in this. And provinces have a responsibility to come to us and tell us what those needs are.
So, yun guys. So, yun naman yung sabi ko nga, no, na for me is a good news, no. So, ang sinasabi lang niya doon is yung, ang tawag nga nila is yung in Canada focus, no. Meaning, mas ipaprioritize nila na bigyan ng chance for permanent residency yung mga temporary resident na nandito na sa Canada, like yung naka-student visa, naka PGWP, or yung naka-TFWs, all of those temporary resident na nandito na. Kasi nga naman, it makes sense, no? Kasi nga, the fact na nandito na yung mga taong yan, meron na silang bahay, for sure meron na rin silang mga services na ino-offer ng Canada. So yan guys yung sinasabi nila na mas bibigyan nila ng focus kasi nga kumbaga less na yung work na kailangan gawin kaysa nga naman sa magi-invite pa sila outside Canada. So sana talaga guys matupad yan, no? Pero as of the moment kasi guys wala pang details, wala namang binigay na concrete na details kung paano nila yan gagawin. At saka ang sabi nga nila, kailangan makipag-cooperate ng lahat ng province para magawa nila yan. No? So, kailangan magsabi ng each province specifically kung ano yung mga skill set na needs nila per province para yun ang mas, siguro, yun ang mas ipaprioritize nila na kunin as a permanent resident para makatulong din sa economic growth ng specific na province. Yan. So, you know, kung titignan natin yung news, no, sari-sariling feelings about it. Pero mas nakikita ko positive yung mga comments about this one, no. Kasi nga siguro nafi-feel na rin nila na yung negative impact ng sobrang daming pumasok dito sa Canada at hindi na handle ng Canadian government. Kaya din sila sang-ayon din sa mga ganito mga changes, no? Sana guys hindi to kumbaga hindi pangmatagalan, no, or hindi permanent change. So I hope na makakita tayo ng more positive changes in upcoming months or years, 'di ba? With regards dito sa permanent residency kasi talagang ito yung inaasam ng mga nag-i-immigrate talaga dito. Right? Yon lang guys. So, I hope na meron akong na-share sa inyo, no, na something valuable with regards dito sa bagong update dito sa Canadian immigration, no? So, thank you again for watching guys and see you again on my next video. Peace.